Bramble the Mountain King is full of Nordic lore and inspirations taken from Scandinavian mythology. With a game this connected to folklore and a hugely creative development team at the helm, it's only natural that Bramble the Mountain King features a bunch of Easter eggs and hidden details. Here are 5 Easter eggs you may have missed in Bramble the Mountain King. There were many stories, songs and artists that helped define the fundamentals of Bramble. There was one main artist that the team at Dimfrost heavily drew upon for inspiration to create their fantastical, creepy Nordic world, that being Swedish painter John Bauer. Born and raised in Jönköping, Sweden, Bauer was a painter and illustrator concerned with landscapes and mythology. His most famous work was the illustrations to the first 8 volumes of Bland Tomtar och Troll, also known as Among Gnomes and Trolls, a collection of fairy tales written by Swedish authors. One of John Bauer's paintings can be found in the children's room at the start of the game, an homage to their artistic inspiration and a reference to the mythical creatures that players will encounter throughout the game. The character Lemus, who features multiple times throughout Bramble, is also heavily inspired by a creature in one of John Bauer's paintings. If you're from Sweden, or you've been following the build-up to Bramble the Mountain King across the past year, chances are you'll recognise this song.
Den blomstertid nu kommer med lust och fägring stor.
This song is a very famous hymn in Sweden called Den blomstertid nu kommer and features within Bramble during the meadow sequence in the Nackens Pond level. This level was featured in a demo release at the end of 2022, with this scene in particular heavily resonating with players thanks to its soft visuals, angelic vocals, and all-round captivating scenery, quickly contrasted by the terrifying Nacken chase only moments later. The name Den blomstertid nu kommer translates to "The flower times are here" and is played at many graduations and spring semester ends in Sweden. It is a song that the development team felt connected to their youth by and wanted to share this part of their childhood with the world. The version of this hymn used in Bramble the Mountain King is performed by Swedish artist Björn. You can find links to more of her work below in the description. Speaking of Swedish songs, another part of Bramble the Mountain King features a famous song used in a comical way that Swedish audiences may have noticed. During Ole's adventures through the troll forest, our protagonist finds himself pursued by a hungry troll. After evading the troll's gaze, Ole falls from a broken tree branch and into a hidden cabin beneath the forest, inhabited by a group of pinecone people. We see a glimpse of these pinecones dancing in a circle around their queen, singing a Swedish song with joy. This is actually a sped up version of Jamar han leva, the Swedish version of the famous Happy Birthday song. This makes the Pinecone Queen's quick demise that much more tragic when Ole accidentally falls on her. It's not exactly the birthday celebration that she was hoping for. During the swamp level, there are many different paths for Ole to take across the murky waters using the wooden plank walkways. Players who choose to face their fears in this unsettling area and explore where the different routes lead may have come across a small graveyard on the water's edge. Interacting with this graveyard and using the camera to pan around, you will be able to see names engraved on the various wooden crosses. These are actually the names of a few of the core development team and interns who have worked at Dimfrost Studio. These names include the co-founders of Dimfrost Studio, Eleanor, Frederick and Mikhail, along with a few other staff members. There are more staff member names hidden throughout the game, such as in the cemetery in the Plague Village. Though these are harder to pick out, it's a fun Easter egg put in by the development team to help engrave their names upon the project they worked so hard on. What kind of indie developer would you be if you didn't sneak into your game a reference to one of your favourite movies? The team behind Bramble the Mountain King took this chance in a subtle but tasteful way. Eagle-eyed players may have noticed a reference to the cult classic movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail in the game achievement Witchcraft. Acquired by completing the potion brewing tasks in the swamps as Ollie races to save the innocent infants in this level, players receive an achievement with the message, "Brew a potion, bring out the scales." This is a reference to the iconic scene in Monty Python, where the hilariously bewildered townsfolk are convinced that a woman they have captured is a witch, petitioning for her magical identity to be confirmed. After going in circles with the local guard about how to prove she is a witch, the guard calls for the witch to be weighed against a duck, as he declares, "We shall use my largest scales." Although Ole successfully brews a potion of witchcraft to counteract the dark spell, we think it's pretty clear to players that Ole doesn't float on water like a duck does. So, did you manage to spot any of these Easter eggs during your playthrough of Bramble the Mountain King? Let us know in the comments below. There are many more hidden secrets and Easter eggs scattered throughout this dark and twisted tale. How many can you find? I've been Ben, Community Manager for Bramble the Mountain King, which is available to buy now on Steam, Epic, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and Nintendo Switch.